They told you about the American dream. You work hard, you buy a home, raise a family, live free. But look around you today. That dream is dead, replaced with debt, despair, delusion, no job, barely making it.
People don't even realize anymore. It's not even the cost of living no more. It's the cost of surviving.
I really don't think that anyone understands how cooked the United States of America is right now.
Why is my sandwich from Subway $15?
I don't know where we have this false narrative that we're like the greatest country in the world, because we are definitely not yet.
Bro, why is everything so overpriced, bro?
We can all probably easily agree on the fact that the American dream as it was sold to us is dead.
Like what, your dream is to work until you are 65 and decrepit and not be able to make ends meet the entire time?
I have come to realize that New York is not a place to raise a family. So I have come to realize that New York is not a place to raise a family. And I'm saying this because, so this morning, as I'm getting up to get ready for work, my wife asked me if I could feed our son before I go. Normally, if I'm working, she takes overnight, and I wake up and I go about the day. But this morning she asked me, so I asked her, you know what, I'm gonna warm his bottle, jump in the shower real quick and come back. And he was a little bit more fussier than usual this morning. And I took him to the living area. I fed him a little bit. He was still fussy. I couldn't, I swaddled him. He's still fussy. And he didn't take all his feed, but I continued to, try and calm him down. But again, I'm getting ready for work and time is going. And I just go to the front door. I open the door and this child immediately stopped crying, as if he was saying, all right, Dad, I know you have to go. All right. And he stopped crying and I fed him the rest of his bottle. He drank it. I brought him to Mom. He laid in bed and I ran out the house. And it just broke me that I had to leave my 3-week-old to go to work. Why is it like this? And the system is set up in a way where you have to always be working, have to always be making sure that you have a certain amount of money coming in because you have expenses, right? So, I got over that. I hopped in the car and I started driving. And then another thing occurred to me. There is no time. So, you already can't, be with your family because you have to work so much. The times that you do get to spend with your family, it's like you can't spend it at home because there is literally no yard space. This morning I was driving, there's no backyard, there's no front yard. I'm just passing this entire stretch. And in the US alone, there is an issue with obesity, and the age at which people are getting type 2 diabetes is getting younger and younger. And the person who made the blueprint for New York, they knew exactly what they were doing. They said, whoever lives here, they're gonna work until they retire. And even if they stop working after they retire, well, they can't even stop working because all of the expenses won't be covered with the retirement money. And it's just so sad. I can't have a peace of mind knowing that I'm able to spend quality time with my family and not be able to worry about work. I have to always worry about work. I have to always make sure that there's food on the table, there's shelter here. And it's just so sad. It's really just so sad. And people talk about the American dream. This is not the American dream. This is not the American dream. You have to work so hard. And for what? You work all these years and you stress yourself out. And before you know it, you get very ill that you can't even enjoy all of what you were working with. And, it's just heartbreaking to know now. Like I've been seeing it, and it's like it was normalized to me. But now that I have a son, and you know, just like this morning where I saw that I had to just get up and run out the house as if I'm kind of like rushing him to like hurry up and eat so that I can go to work. And of course mom is doing a fantastic job, but the reality is it's tiring. So if she needs a break, of course I can give her a break, but to know that I have to now think about if I'm gonna be late for work, or I'm gonna say no, I'm not feeding him, and go to work and be early. It's really heartbreaking. Luckily enough, it's like he realized that, look, okay, dad has to go. Let me just be quiet, drink the bottle, and you know, and just relax. But that's just all I have to say. The American dream is not the American dream, and New York City, and I'm sure there's other places in the US, but I don't live in all the states. But I can only speak on New York, and this is not it. This is not it at all.
Ain't right. And you call that the American dream? Look like the American nightmare. Families crushed by rent. Workers crushed by bills. Children growing up barely seeing their parents because they always at work. Children growing up hungry. What dream is this? It's not the dream of prosperity. It's the nightmare of poverty. That's what it really is. They say America is the greatest nation on earth. But what kind of greatness lets workers sleep in cars? What kind of greatness lets children starve? What kind of greatness calls this survival freedom? No, the dream is gone. So if you feel betrayed, it's because you were. The American dream was a sales pitch, and you paying the price. Make sure you subscribe and share your truth in the comments. Don't let nobody gaslight you into thinking this is normal. I'm Tiffany Rose. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below. This is where the truth don't get sugarcoated. I'm going to give you the real truth, the facts of what's going on, because the American dream is just that, a dream. And everybody want to go to sleep so they can see it. I'm out.